right, hello everybody.
Hi, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I think I got them all.
So we hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. We would like to give thanks for our current military, our retired military, any military veterans, first responders, the police department, the fire department, all the medical people out there that are doing their best to assist us all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you all. And you'll notice we don't have a face mask on, so I'll explain that right now. I did it so you could plainly hear me. You see this? I wear it. And my wife has a face mask that she wears. So we are participating. It's just that on this TV show, I'm choosing not to.
We didn't want to be muffled.
Yeah. I want you to be able to very clearly hear what we have to say. So please forgive us for that one because we normally have them on. Okay? So let me see. What do you want to talk about first?
Go ahead.
So what you see in front of you, you see some decorations. What we've discovered is that a lot of people buy crystals and they take them home and they set them on a shelf and they don't know what to do with them, especially around the holidays. So what you see now and what you're going to see a little bit more of is some ideas on what to do with your crystals. You'll notice that they look a lot like a grid, but they're not really, they haven't been activated to be grids. They're decorations. And just so you know, you can come to the shop or you could call the shop and you could actually order all of the crystals. The decorations you'll have to get for yourself. Okay? And you might notice, I don't know, can they see this over here? Okay, great. We have some friends, and the owners are Chad and Sheila and Mike and Teresa, and they own a place called Tri-Cities Exchange. It's a food bank, and in the last 20 weeks or whatever, since this thing started, when they got started, they've given away over 4 million pounds of food. Kudos, guys. Thank you very much. We love you. What you see here is what they call overage. And so that there are so many donations coming in, they don't want to throw anything away. So they've asked people like us and a couple of other places just to hand the food out. We've had potatoes. We've had potato chips. We've had bread. We've had donuts. We've had all kinds of things that we give away to the public. And it's just our way of assisting as well. Okay, so back to the crystals. I just wanted you to know why that was over there. Okay.
The crystal shop with free food. Awesome.
Awesome, huh? Hey, we're participating, just like I wear this, right?
All right. So, are you ready for me?
Sure.
Okay. So, what we've done is, as Rodney said, is decorating with crystals. It's a perfect idea, especially for the holidays. And I kind of joke and say, you know, if you make a centerpiece on your family dinner table like this, it could keep the number of food fights down or even eliminate them because you're raising the vibration of the energy around the table. That's actually the whole purpose, not to stop the food fights, but that's cool, but to raise the vibration of the energy in your home, especially in the space where your family is gathered. So we are raising the vibration. So what we did here is we took, we took a Merkaba. It's a quartz crystal Merkaba, just a little candle wreath, and it's just sitting on a little display thing. You could do it however you want. And we just sat that on top of that candle ring. And then we just used a fluorite sphere.
Explain why the blue things are on the Merkaba.
Oh, the blue things are on it because these are very precision done, and we don't want the tips to get chipped or anything. So it's a protector. You know, and we found some cool, fun little decorations to add to it. And then we have these little howlite towers. And like Rodney said, you know, if a person wanted to buy all of the crystals that are in this setting, you know, we sell it that way. And then we added an extra piece on the outside. We have this beautiful fudgy opal. Now this fudgy opal comes out of Madagascar, and the energy of this is it's a very soft, grounding energy. The reason that it's called fudgy opal is they didn't really have a name for it, and they were just calling it opal rub. Nobody wants to buy anything called opal rub. So we decided it looks kind of like fudge sauce over vanilla ice cream, just melting it. Hence the fudgy opal, which makes it much more appetizing. So you can take whatever crystal you want, put it in the center. Here we went very simple. We have a beautiful smoky quartz flame. Now smoky quartz is a powerful healer, and the flame is the type of cut, it's a spiral, and it'll create a vortex of energy. Now smoky quartz is a perfect piece for the middle because it's going to pull that negative energy and send it on up. Now whenever you pull out, you have to put back, or it's best to fill the holes. So that's why we put rose quartz towers around it. We're pulling out the negative and we're putting in the love. And then we just chose some little rainbow, Dolly Rainbow Jasper spheres. These are from the ancient city of Dolly, China. And we just put these spheres around it. And spheres are about 360 degrees of connection. And when your family and friends are over and you're connecting, you want to be sure that you fully connect with people. So we're taking out the negative, we're bringing in the love, and we're being connected with all those around. So that's kind of the meaning of that one. Now over here, you can see that we have beautiful quartz crystal angels. And these are Brazilian quartz crystal. I don't think I need to explain angels. I think we pretty much get angels. And then we have two smoky quartz flames. So as those two are pulling the negative energy, the angels are transmuting it. Now, Kebab Jasper is very heart healing, and this is actually a 6-sided piece, so it's a powerful generator. All these little orbicular patterns, so the little circles you see in it, are little tiny stromatolites. Now, stromatolites go back to when the planet was being formed. It's the oldest known algae fossil, and it's believed that those stromatolites would take in the toxins and give off oxygen. So I like to call it a gratitude stone. So because of any of the stromatolites, I'm very grateful for them because I can breathe as my journey as a human being here
Just
on
one
the
more
planet.
thing, it's not just believed, it's a scientific fact.
Anyway, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pop around. Over here we have a cutely decorated, it's a Selenite Spiral. But we, figured it needed a little Santa hat just for cuteness. Whoops. Clearly, I'm not the decorator. There, now it's cuter. But we just used a Selenite Spiral. And again, the selenite is all about clearing negative energy. And selenite just transmutes it out. And as you can see, it looks kind of like a candle. So not only is it doing its job working, it also is aesthetically pleasing. And again, we just use a little candle ring pre-made wreath, put it on a candle holder, and poof, you have an amazing decoration. We added some really neat labradorite and some little pieces of amethyst. We added some rhodonite eggs. And eggs are all about, this is Peruvian rhodonite, and eggs are all about creation, new beginnings, starting over. And we have the new year coming on, and all of us are going, let's just start over, create something different. So eggs would be a great addition to a centerpiece. Maybe you can go around the room and ask people, hey, so what are you creating for this new year? And then we added some rose quartz, just some rose quartz freeforms. This one is polished all the way around. It almost looks like an egg. And this one is what we call half and half. So this side is rough, unpolished, and this side, this face is polished.
For those of you that aren't aware, meat is raw. Rocks are rough. Or crystals.
But there will always be people that still call it raw, but we get it. So then this one here, we started out with a carnelian egg, and we just put it on a stand. This is a gorgeous carnelian egg. And carnelian is a stone of creation. It's a grounding stone. It's also been known as a stone of fertility. And right now, this time of year, this is a perfect time to get into creation mode. And then we added, these are just selenite candle holders. And stars, of course, they're good any time of the year. And we put fake candles in them because they're cute. But you could also, if you had a sphere, those also double as, this is our funky little sphere, but they also double as a sphere holder. So you can use it for your spheres, you can use it for your eggs. You can use it for candles, however it works for you, but it just adds to the look and the feel, because as the carnelian is sending out love and creation and grounding, the selenite is going to clear the negative energy. And then we just added, another piece of labradorite again. And this labradorite, much like that rose quartz, is polished on this face and it's rough on this side. And the thing about it is when you really look at the rough side, you can still see the beauty that comes through when it's polished. Okay, and then on this side, we have some other ones that we're going to show you. But before that, do we have this one in the shot? Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and we added two of my very best friends. These are my gray gnomes, much like the gray aliens. These are the gray gnomes. And, just decorated with just a couple little free forms. We have a piece of polished Super 7, a little piece of labradorite, and of course, you could put candles in there. You could make it as festive as you want. And to me, gnomes are always festive. And I have a lot of people wanting to buy the gnomes. It's like, no, those are mine. You cannot buy those. So we do have lots of crystals you can buy. So then we're going to go to the pieces that we have over here on this side of the table. Okay, so this is a Lemurian blue calcite tower. And it's four-sided. It's actually an obelisk, much like the Washington Monument. The Lemurian blue calcite is very calming, and it kind of has the effect of the ocean, very flowy. And they say, rumor has it, that if you're really attracted to this, you're probably from Lemuria. So check it out. So you can see how beautiful it looks. You could use any obelisk, anything you wanted. And then I got some purple stuff. I don't know what you call it. I'm not a decorator. And little pine cones, and then just some felt snowflakes. So you can see it's not extravagant to do. It's really simple. And then I had two of these calcite spheres, but they had broken, so they have flat spots. How perfect are those for decorating? So if you have a sphere that has a flat that has a we're good. That has a good way to stand up, use it. It doesn't lessen the crystal any. It just makes it great and easy for making a great decoration.
You can also use regular spheres with a sphere holder to put them in place so they don't roll around.
Yes. And then here in the middle, what we have is a beautiful serene setting. We have a wooden Buddha. We have some light smoky quartz crystals around it. Then we have just some little Lemurian points, some leaves. We have a beautiful, beautiful organite pyramid, and we do carry these in the shop. Our buddy Jimmy makes those. And just a few other little pieces. We've accented with a couple little carnelian flames. And then we have some nice chunks of fuchsite. Some fuchsite big stones. Some people may put that in their pocket, like Rodney. And then we have some really cool banded red jasper Buddhas as well. So all of these just enhance, and it's just, we've got this black leather square that it sits on, but it all adds to it being very serene and peaceful. So it's about what you're creating in your space. What do you want it to feel like? What do you want people to experience? So with this, again, the carnelian, creativity, the smoky quartz is going to pull negative energy. The little Lemurian quartz points are going to amplify everything else that's being done. The fuchsite is a very heart-centered, heart-healing stone. And then we have these little, they're called Dinosaur Tears. It's just basically colored glass, but they're kind of fun and sparkly. So, if they're fun and sparkly, I'm going to like them, and I do.
Did you show the other Buddhas too? I missed that.
Yes, the red jasper Buddhas. The red jasper.
What's with you this morning? You're not pronouncing your words right.
My tongue is twisted. So the red jasper is a very grounding stone. And this jasper is really cool because you can see the little bands of quartz in it, which is clearly why it's called red banded jasper. Okay, and then this one, we have this amazing, and ever since I got it, I've always thought it looks like Christmas anyway, this beautiful ocean jasper spiral cut. It's a stunning piece. It has beautiful, the pinks, the whites, the purples, the green, Beautiful piece of ocean jasper. And as it's called, ocean jasper, again, it has that very learning how to go with the flow, to flow with things. Very gentle and easy, beautiful piece. And then we've accented it with some aura, angel aura. And anytime a crystal ends with the word aura, it means it's been enhanced with some type of metal. In the case of the angel aura, they're also doing it with amethyst and rose quartz. They use platinum and silver, and that gives it a nice kind of a little rainbow, sparkly, unicorn fairy type sheen on it. And then we just put some little bears around it to enhance, and again, the quartz crystals to amplify and pull it all together. And then we just stuck another amazing piece of labradorite here. That's a really cool piece. By the way, if you see something on here and it interests you, let us know. If we still have it, we do ship. We can do card by phone and Venmo. Our phone number here is 801-679-1717. The address is, it's Treasures and Creations, 3419 South State, South Salt Lake City, Utah. And from here, Rodney's going to take you outside, and we're going to show you what we've done to the windows.
All right, hello everybody. I'm Rodney, and I'm outside my shop, and we have these big, beautiful crystals on the windows. And the reason we did that was because nobody knew where we were. We have 6 lanes of traffic, 3 in each direction, and nobody knew where we were. Anyway, here we are. We've got all this in front of the shop. JC's going to show you a little bit more. I've shipped to China, England, France, Switzerland, Sweden, and New Zealand. I think that kind of covers the whole world, right? There's a lot more. We've shipped all over the country, but we have shipped to a lot of other countries as well. So again, take a look at these beautiful crystals out here. I just had this all done so that people could find us. We had this one, we called this one Bigfoot. We've had several of them like this. There's actually 12 different crystal formations that are called celestial. Some of them are called finster celestials and skeletal celestials and all kinds of celestials. And then we're going to go around to the side. This was a painting by Renee. Our business is now a little over 3.5 years old. Our shop here is a little over a year and a half old. And thank you to the universe, because we're surviving everything that's going on this year. And you see I carry this around because while I'm on TV, I'm not going to wear it. But when I'm in my shop, I do wear it because I care about people. And I know that we should all care about each other. And it may not be the most convenient thing to wear one of these things, but until we get this taken care of, let's all care about each other. They say it works. I'm not a scientist. I'm just going to take their word for it. So let's go back in the shop. Go. All right. So for those of you that don't know this, Brad and Casey Wallace, who channel Julius, also own what's called Xpnsion Network, which is where our TV show is. And we had the great pleasure of having the 3 of them, Brad and Casey, as well as the group called Julius. And they came up here for an introduction to Julius, and they've agreed to grace us again. So the first Saturday in March, they're going to be here. We're going to have room for somewhere between 24 to 30 guests. Y'all get to prepay. It's $45. It's going to be a 3-hour intensive on the 7 levels of consciousness. And I can tell you I've been there with Julius before and heard some of this, and I can tell you this is totally amazing. Okay? And then at the end of March, the very last weekend of March, there will be another retreat down on their property. It's called Winchine Farms. And that retreat, oh my gosh, we just got done with that retreat a couple of weeks ago, the last one. And we took 8 people from here down there, and it was an amazing experience. In fact, Trish and I are part of the 8, so there's 6 other people. 2 of them had been to the previous one, so now they've gone a second time. And the other 4 are all signing up again. So that tells you something. The reason that we're in Nature's Magnificence today is I just want to show you one more time. This is a room, some people call it Rodney's ego room. Okay? Basically, I was a collector prior to starting the business. And I got to where I was collecting pieces, and especially once I started the business, my wife kept telling me, you can't take all the best pieces for yourself. So when we got the shop, this is where all those kind of pieces go. This is Jake, by the way. Jake's pretty cool. And you'll notice this is Shashrina, this is Trish, this belongs to Trish. Okay, and then this one of our good friends, well, the couple, Chad and Sheila, they got this whole thing. They are building what we used to call a Zen room. I forget what they're naming their room. Our Zen healing room. They're building a similar room in their house, and this is going to be featured in that room. As you can see, we have art in here. Art brings in a whole nother energy, and we love it because all these energies are uplifting. And so we constantly look for ways to have an uplifting experience when you come see the shop. Whether you view the shop online or come and experience it in person. Look at this. This eagle, wow. This is a Lapis Lazuli eagle. The head and tail obviously are quartz, and it's sitting on pyrite. My gosh. I've tried to talk Trish into letting me keep this one for myself, and she says no, I get to let it go. So what happens now is I get to experience it and tell one of you wonderful people, either come in person or trust your heart where you really exist anyway, and realize that this might belong to you. Okay? We have many things here. I finally found the mine owners for the Utah Septarian. You can see them in the glass down here. This is the cream of the cream of the cream. Most Septarian from Utah is solid. It doesn't have any crystals, and I think JC can probably get a little closer and show you these. These are beautifully polished, and because they had gaps in them, air gaps, the calcite was able to form crystals. Beautiful pieces, okay? And then you might notice that there's some birds in here. Well, that's because I also collect birds. That eagle is just one of the newer ones. These are birds. There's a lot of people that like birds. You have 2 sizes of hummingbirds. You have the fluorite flamingo. These mookite birds, oh my gosh. I just have to show you. They are on a beautiful stand that is natural crystal cluster, and look at the color of this mookite carving. Now you're going to say, Rodney, the purple is not mookite. Correct. It's an inlay. It's lapis lazuli to give it a little bit more color. And the extra added benefit of the metaphysics of lapis lazuli. We all know that lapis was used back in the Egyptian times. They would grind it up, and the ladies would use it for makeup. Okay, there are so many different things in here. I like eagles. There's a labradorite eagle head in there. We've got some pyrite eagles. Over here, down on the bottom, we have some stellar beam calcite. Now this is a rarity. They're not that common. It comes from, it's a byproduct in a mine. There's a mine out in Tennessee, and every once in a while they get some of these crystals. So I pretty much bought everything they had. Okay, I just do that so that we can have some really cool stuff. You might notice that there's a tiger-eye wolf and a tiger-eye eagle. Oh, and let me show you something really special. Now, I don't know how many of you actually saw the movie what the hell is the movie I'm trying to think of? It's the one where it's like, resistance is futile, you will be assimilated. Picard, okay? So Captain Picard was captured by the Borg, okay? This is pyrite. This is natural pyrite. I have never seen a pyrite like this. And so I call it my Borg cube, okay? This is a piece that somebody is going to really realize how this is really a collector's piece. I like to have collector's pieces around. I get to enjoy them until somebody, again, decides they want to take it home. So we have some wonderful Brazilian spheres, and we even have some Lemurian spheres. Now you're going to say, Lemurian sphere. Why would somebody cut a Lemurian crystal? Well, I'll tell you how that happens. What happens is, somewhere along the line, a rather large Lemurian crystal got broken. And rather than just throw the pieces away, oh my gosh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. They take the pieces and they fashion a sphere from it. And so it's got all of the components of a Lemurian crystal, and a sphere gives it 360 degrees the way it radiates all of its metaphysics. It's emanates, radiates. It's not radiation. When I say radiates, I'm just talking about it comes from all over. And the sphere in itself is a wonderful metaphysical shape. And then back over here, we've got some neat crystals. Okay, this is new. Usually they glue these things down. They've started doing this so that you can enjoy the crystal and put it back on its stand, and it's still a beautiful showpiece. Okay? And then this one's going to blow you all away. Check out this display. Crystal skulls, rock skulls, amazing carvings. I'm into carvings. So we have started collecting these. There's so many people that understand about skulls. If you don't understand about skulls and you're curious, go online and read about crystal skulls. You'll come to realize that, like everything else, there's some people that'll say bad things about skulls. Forget all that crap. Okay, really seriously, crystal skulls can transmit information to you from wherever it came from. They store information. They're amazing. They're amazing. And then you see we have some of these other crystals. One of our newer ones is this giant emerald cluster here. That's a newer one. I don't know. I just collect. Look at this beautiful table. We did have a table that was amethyst, and this is tiger eye. A young lady decided she absolutely had to have the amethyst table in her home. So she bought it. They're only $4,500. I mean, you know, some of us can afford that, some can't, and we all understand. That's why there's the different things all over the shop for pretty much everybody's budget. Even I have a budget, you know. I wish I didn't. It'd be nice if I didn't have a budget. Anyway, so it looks like Trish is working with one of our guests. Come on up.
Yeah, she just made some purchases. Yeah, that's some money.
Hi. All right, so we're going to just kind of look around here. We have nephrite jade in different forms. Some of it is in nice tumbled. Some of it has been carved into shapes, different qualities. Cool. Hey, guess what? We did enough so we can have a 30-minute show. So we'll see you all later. Love you guys. Come see us. Call us. You can get to us at Treasures with an S, the letter N for Nancy, and Creations with an S, okay, at gmail.com. And my beautiful wife loves to wear her elf outfit for 2 weeks prior to Christmas. If you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you'll see her, and she wears who knows what. You know, she could be an elf. She could be a unicorn. She could be, what's the other one you have? She wears one. You never know. All right. Love you all. Thank you. Have a great day. And if we don't get to talk to you before Christmas, I'm going to say it. Merry Christmas to all.